Thanks very much, James. Thank you and good morning, everybody, and I extend a very warm welcome on behalf of Scottish Enterprise and indeed all the partners. Great to actually be here now at the official launch of our Digital Tourism Scotland initiative, and I'm intrigued about the links later on this morning with Barcelona, and James says in true Eurovision style, half expecting maybe Terry Wogan or Graham Norton to be joining us online. But hopefully the technology will work. So first of all, I guess the kind of obvious question is, why are we all here today this morning? Well, I guess it's quite a simple answer, is that this is really important. The tourism sector, I don't have to tell you how important the tourism sector is for Scotland. It's a massive contributor to the Scottish economy. Over 210,000 people employed in the sector. That's up 24,000 since 2011. Almost 1 in 10 people are employed in the sector in Scotland. Generates expenditure of about £10 billion annual, and that's split probably 50-50 between overnight expenditure and day spend. So the contribution to the economy is significant. However, there are some challenges. Our very ambitious Tourism Strategy 2020 objectives is to raise the level of overnight spend by at least £1 billion by 2020. Our productivity levels in the sector historically very, very low, and the lowest productivity of any sector in Scotland significantly. So that's why our digital agenda is so important in addressing some of these real issues, and also about providing us the platform, the ability for our companies to be genuinely competitive and have that real competitive edge. So if we think about digital and we think about what it is we need to do as businesses, and we'll hopefully find out throughout the day, it's actually amazing to think that now, currently, there are more mobile connected devices in the world than there are people. Think about that, staggering. 10 billion estimated mobile connected devices. It's estimated by 2020 that figure will increase to somewhere between 30 and 50 billion, depending on what data you look at. And it's also staggering to consider, actually, we're very, very early in the whole digital revolution. Things are moving so remarkably fast. Now, if I can ask you a bit of a question about media platforms, how long it took different media platforms to reach 50 million daily users, okay? So radio, anybody get an answer or a guess how long it took radio as a medium to reach 50 million? Anybody? How many? 50? 40? It was 38 years. 38 years to reach. TV, any guesses? 13. The internet, 3 years. Facebook, a year. Twitter, 9 months. WeChat, anybody heard of WeChat? It's a Chinese-based instant messaging system app. 4 months it took. So the pace of change is incredible. This is why having a digital strategy at the heart of your business is no longer an option. It's an absolute must. So this is what today's about. It's about how we actually address the digital agenda, how we actually look at you understanding the customer buying decision journey, but not just understanding it, but how do we influence it, more importantly. It's estimated by the end of 2015, this year, over 50% of global world business-to-business activity transactions will be done on digital platforms. So imagine what that means for your business. How you then use data analytics, not just to understand where customers are coming from, but actually how you use it to influence insights into how you improve your business. Massively, massively important. It's estimated that 90% of all world data currently existent was created only 2 years ago. So the pace of this is incredible. And then it's all about the skills that you need and the organizational setup in order to implement a successful and integrated digital strategy. Now, this stuff isn't easy. McKinsey just done a major piece of research on looking at major global organizations. And no surprise, 2/3 of the world's largest organizations are nowhere near what they believe they have to be from a point of view of their digital readiness. So this is why we're here to help. And this is why this programme has been put together. So the Digital Tourism Scotland initiative our tourism strategy identified actually digital capability and capacity has been a real issue. So we have put together a very specific program for the tourism industry. So we're in a very, very privileged position. So what we're going to do, well, you can see there from our partners, the STA, Scottish Tourism Alliance, Highlands and Islands Enterprise, Scottish Enterprise ourselves, Skills Development Scotland, Business Gateway, Scottish Government, and have I missed anybody? Visit Scotland, of course. So we're here really to launch the initiative. Our website, our dedicated portal, has went live. It's now live this week. We will have there a dedicated roadmap, which is a diagnostic tool, but more importantly, a whole series over the next 3 years of workshops, seminars, conferences, networking, collaboration events, guides to really help you implement a successful digital strategy and making you move from good to great. And this is what today is all about. So my call of action today is quite simple. Get involved, get engaged. Make sure you use the facilities, make sure you visit the stands, make sure you go onto the website, and make sure you fully use the capacity and the networking capability of today. So really hope you enjoy the rest of the conference today. I'm really looking forward to it. And really kind of good luck with your digital journey. Thank you.